Hey, good morning, fellow nomads. I thought I'd make a video for those that are very worried about me being out in the snow and cold and everything. Well, I'm in Rogers, Arkansas. I'm in an RV park. I do have electricity and I have water. Now, the little spigot gets frozen, but so far I've been strong enough to be able to get it, and I could just pour a little water on it anyway, and it'll probably let loose. And it goes from underneath the ground, so there aren't any real pipes to freeze. At least I hope so. But I have enough water that I have jugs of water in the van just in case. I wanted to tell everybody that I'm just sniveling online. I'm just like, it's cold and this and this and this. And people have asked why I don't stay with my daughter. Well, she's got her own life and things going on that, things change. And something has changed recently. And so, being out here is just fine. She and I are just fine. We just talked a few minutes ago, but she's a very busy person. And with school and work and everything that she's doing. So we're getting together here soon. But the weather and everything has been so crazy, and I don't actually want, I have offers to stay with people, but I don't actually want to stay with anyone. I prefer my van, my privacy, my rules. And right now Scotty Dean is running amok outside because so far since I've had him, he hasn't really run off or anything. I mean, he'll run around. In fact, he's been in here twice, did a loop around me, and then ran back outside again. And I think I don't know what the degrees are. It's like 9 degrees, something like that. And I've got the door open so he can come back and forth. But I've also got the heater right in front of me, just in case, just to keep kind of warm. I'm layered up. I even have wool gloves, but I can't wear them when I'm using the phone. I'll show you what I've done in the back here. This is the back 2 doors that I normally open. And this is a kind of very silky blanket, and it's a down feather blanket. And I bought it for $2, brand new, still in the pack at Walmart, or not Walmart, excuse me, Goodwill. And I've been now it won't stay on my bed. That's the thing I don't like about it. So I've used it for various other, it'll roll right off. And then this is my experience. And then if I sandwich it'll sandwich off all the rest of the blankets off into the ground. So I'm constantly fighting it. Now I have a hard enough time sleeping these days. I don't want to be fighting with a blanket. So anyway, everything's okay. What I had done, I've mentioned it a few times that I'm kind of a food hoarder. Now, how can you be a food hoarder when you're a van person, a wanderer and stuff? I don't know. I've managed to do it, and at this time, that's a good thing. Plus, I was taken to the St. Vincent de Paul Society by Amanda. Shelley's brother's wife. And they have 4 children, and it was the birthday party I was at on Sunday. Anyway, she took me there, and they gave her share because she'd been there before, so they knew her, and they had a little file on her. And they made one for me, and they put our stuff in the back. I didn't get to look at it, help put it in or anything, so I didn't know anything about it. And then when she took me home, she said, here, you can have my share because I have plenty, actually. And I was really surprised. I said, are you sure? And she said, yeah. And there were so many bags. There must have been, I don't know. I can't even speculate how many bags. There were so many. So we ended up putting them all in the tent. And after she left, I sorted them all out, canned goods, noodles, all of this other. And the meat was unbelievable. Let's put it to you this way, I couldn't afford it. If I went to go buy the meat, I couldn't afford it. And they had bags of chicken breasts, frozen chicken breasts, fish, unbelievable yumminess. So I have all of that in Shelly's freezer, and some of it's being brought to me today, I think, and my mail and a few other things. Nick is going to come because he's got four-wheel drive and snow tires, and bring my supplies for my CPAP. I have been sleeping in my CPAP. Let me show you this one. This is the headgear, okay? Because I'm missing one of these. It broke. And I sent for it 2 weeks ago. And they sent it to the wrong address. I'd been waiting and waiting for it to come. And that's a mess. There's a certain way that's supposed to go on, but I have to kind of conglomerate it so only one will work, and then I have to hold it all night as well. Fun. I've tried tying it on. I've tried everything, so you can give me suggestions if you want, but it drives me crazy. Anyway, hopefully today that'll be over with, and I'll have my supplies. So I had to reorder, and it just came, hopefully. There was a package at Shelly's house. So anyhow, with all of that, all is pretty good. I have TV, although most of it is pretty boring. I know now why I didn't watch it to begin with. Oh my. And the commercials, you can fall asleep in between the commercials. You know, by the time they come back, you forgot what you were watching. At least I do. I hope that's not a sign of something terrible. But it's just sometimes more annoying. I got it on right there, see? Sometimes it's more annoying than it is entertaining. I brought in the rest of what I have left of my Reflectix that was given to me by Dawn. And, Sean and Dawn? Oh, dear. Names escape me right now. But anyway, during the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, they gave me a lot of Reflectix. And I've got some here and on the other way. And, but I'm going to put some across the front. I usually keep that open because that gives Scotty something to look at. He lays up there and looks at the birds, but the birds aren't coming as much now that I run out of bird food. That's the one thing I did forget. I forgot to hoard bird food. So, and they were quite entertaining no matter what time of day or anything. They were in there just going away, and mostly woodpeckers, little bluebirds, I think they are. I don't know what they are. They're beautiful. Cardinals. Not as many crows because they didn't seem to like the little baskety thing. I threw stuff out there for them anyway, so they were all taken care of. Now I'm out of stale food to give them, so they're just going to have to forage, I suppose. But I thought I'd let everyone know I'm doing okay. Another big storm is on its way. I have plenty of propane. I have 2 ways to cook the propane. I have a propane heater if the electricity goes out. Let's see, what else? I have all my lanterns. I have extra batteries for my lanterns. So I imagine, you know, in a couple weeks it'll break. At least I'm hoping so. You know, one way or another, I'm going to have to get out of here and get more supplies of other things. Like I'm down to like 6 eggs and bread. I have some bread, but that'll be going pretty soon. I still have some tortillas, thank goodness. You know, so there are some fresh things, but I'd like other fresh things. I just ate my last orange from California. Oh, it was so juicy and wonderful. I was clicking my heels. Take me back so I can pick my own. Take me back. But anyway, I think it's an adventure. You know, at first I was sniveling and, you know, everything was going wrong. I mean, everything. Everything that could go wrong was going wrong. There was even more than that, but I just didn't want to post it. And I was just trying to, like, sit down, laugh at myself, and go, okay. You've had days, weeks like this before. How did you get through it? And I just decided, I just turned it around. I said, hey, you know what? This is an adventure. This is part of my adventure. It has slowed me down enough that I'm writing on my book, and I have a good feeling that was one of the main reasons. So, I have been writing. I can't find my iPad that had all my notes on it. I mean, like, I think I had 50 pages written. I thought that was pretty good for me. Only took me 5 years. So it's all over again. So hopefully it's better the second time around, because I cannot find the iPad for nothing. And so there we are. At least I have the computer. It's big and bulky, but I set it up on my table. I have the heater right below me, and you know, I just type away and watch a little TV. I watch seminars on YouTube and everything I can on the phone. I get good reception. It's through Straight Talk, and it's unlimited talk, text, and whatever all that is. And so that's my entertainment. And oh, and I found one of my adult color books that Shelley gave me, and the colors that she gave me. So I put those together to bring in, which I did. And I'm gonna, at least I have options. At first I was like, I'm in here, and I don't want to go out in the tent, it's too cold. So I go resupply. I take all my trash out, excuse me, and I clean my toilet daily. Plastic bags in a big knot. And I take it, and I have a place beside the tent that no one can see. And when all of this is over with, I'm going to load all that up and throw it away. But the reason I'm not doing it right now is the road to the trash can goes downhill pretty good. And the first thing I'd slam into was the trash cans and then over the bank. So I'm like, no. I think I'll just wait and pile it up, and the whole cab and everything will be full of trash to take out, or I might have to take 2 runs at it, but it's just down the road. Anyhow, that's how it is here. Life is really good. Don't listen to my sniveling. Every now and then I do, because I'm a spoiled, rotten California kid. Not a kid anymore, though. Darn it. But I'm a California gal, and you know what? And it just came to me. I complained one time that every year was the same in California. It was never different. And like Christmas, there was no white Christmas, and I complained. I have a feeling someone has a good sense of humor, and they're giving me a little bit of my own, you know what. Funny how life is that way. You just gotta laugh. I mean, really. Like I told someone, if I was in Houston and it was hot, I'd complain about that. So there you are. Funny creatures we are. Anyway, folks, stay safe out there, because I have been reading a lot of people are even worse than me. At least I don't have 6 foot of snow. That would be, well, I guess it wouldn't matter much. Maybe it would insulate. I don't know. Make an igloo out of this fan. That would be not good. I don't think I'd like that. But there are people out there in their minivans, and I've seen the pictures of them with snow stacked up all around them. You know that. And if they have to move. So we're all going through what we're going through. So let's support each other, and whether you're in the sun or whether you're in the snow, you're alive and you're breathing, you know, and you've got a choice what to think, feel, and do, you know, pretty much, at least feel. So I choose to look at it in a fun way, and we've even had some sun. Ooh. So anyway, be safe out there, and don't take any chances. If you don't need it, don't get it, you know. I know ice cream and chocolate would be good right now, or maybe a shot of tequila and you don't have any, and it'd be great to go to the store. If you're in the snow and winter advisory, stay home. Be safe. Tough it out. Make hot chocolate. I'm going to make a cup of coffee right now. And maybe I'll color. Yeah. All right, guys. See you later. Full-time RV gal, Sky. I'm doing okay. Don't worry about me, okay? Because I've gotten a lot of messages. So I'm good, really, truly. And no one has a gun to me that's making me say this. So, goodbye. And have a good day.